What's the best euphemism for telling people that they're stupid? In Russian we have, intelligent thoughts have always followed him, but he was faster. You could hide your own Easter eggs. On a Canadian job site. Ah, Terry, having you around is like losing 3 good men. Now I know what Douglas Adams was talking about. A common mistake that people make when trying to design something completely foolproof is to underestimate the ingenuity of complete fools. In Greece we say, when it was raining brains, you had an umbrella. Unencumbered by the thought process. If cybernetic implants will become widely available in 10 years' time, what body part will you modify and why? Ears. Goodbye tinnitus and hearing loss. Knees and spine. Sucks getting old and I'm a simple man. Teeth. There's a lot to improve on human body. But I still think teeth are just about the biggest fuck you I've experienced yet. All bones in our body should get replaced at some point probably. But teeth are different level of shit. Eyes. Vision issues. Eyes would be great for obvious practical reasons for someone with bad vision. But I also have always thought that a neat feature of cybernetic eyes would be having encrypted text in physical print media that only people with cybernetic eyes could read. Don't know why that would be useful, but it would be cool. I'd want a stats tracker to track things like calorie intake and burn, nutritional intake, health problems. What animated film traumatized you as a child? The Great Mouse Detective. The bat gave me nightmares for a solid week. Only half animated, but the scene in Who Framed Roger Rabbit where Christopher Lloyd gets run over by the steamroller. The Land Before Time. Littlefoot's mom dying has instilled a fear in me. A fear born of the fact that one day, someday, my own mom will die. Watership Down. Aw. Look at the talking bunnies. How cute. Why oh my fucking god, that's so much blood. Pinocchio. The sheer chaos of that mess got to me. Then boys turned into donkeys and sobbed for their mother and I lost it. That and Dumbo. Early Disney was dark. James and the Giant Peach. I associate it with the start of my perpetual existential dread. LMAO. What is something people think is very bad for you but is actually good for you? Feeling painful emotions instead of distracting yourself from them. Yeah. It's not good to face them all of the time. But ignoring them all of the time isn't really good either. Quitting or knowing when to quit. Failure. Not being busy. Not constantly hustling, or trying to do it all. Not living for the weekend. Downtime can be a good thing. Crying. It's very healthy and a natural reaction to emotions, but people think it makes them weak and vulnerable. Failure and rejection. Recruiters and HR. What red flags do you find in a resume which means the interviewee is not what they seem? Attention. If you plan to give examples of a bad, inappropriate email address on a resume. Do not post an email address, even if it's obviously fake. Rather use something like childish email here. Quote. Otherwise your comment will not be seen. We do not allow any type of personal information, even if it's supposed to be fake. See Rule N4 for more details. Thanks. I am a bot. And this action was performed automatically. Please contact the moderators of this subreddit. Message, compose to =r, AskReddit. If you have any questions or concerns. A 9-page long resume for someone who has 3 years of work experience. Not in HR. But when I ran a small office years ago, I received a resume from a young woman who bragged she was a member of Mensa. had been a research associate at a prestigious university, etc. She also mentioned 3 times she was not a Republican. I thought, well, cool. But I don't think that really has anything to do with the job. It took me about a day to figure out she was trying to say she was a notary public, which threw the whole Mensa thing into doubt. Dude put on his resume, CCNA-1, under certifications. The CCNA is a Cisco network certification. During the interview I asked what the -1 meant. He said, "Oh, I missed the certification by only 1 question." I asked how we could verify that. He sort of shrugged. I once read one of someone who claimed to have a psychology degree from the university I had attended, since it was several states away. This stuck out, since he didn't know how to spell psychology. I obviously knew he was lying, but it was open panel interviews, so I spoke with him face to face. Anyway, the look of shock and terror in his eyes when I said I was thrilled to see that we were alums from the same place and started discussing details of campus was kind of fun to witness. 5 years worth of graphic design experience, but no portfolio because of a crashed hard drive. This was before cloud backups were much a thing. Rest of the story, I rolled the dice. Gave them a chance because all of the other applicants were terrible. And they were one of my best hires. Which celebrity would you not be surprised to discover as a serial killer? Jared Leto. Especially if you know anything about what he's like off camera and off stage. Armie Hammer. Logan Paul. I'm kind of suspicious of that O.J. Simpson guy. Joel Osteen. Just something about him screams, I murder to fulfill some dark urge. Tom Cruise definitely. What sequel held up to the original film? Terminator 2. Addams Family Values. Holy shit. Some of those jokes whooshed over my head as a kid. And the topics were so progressive. Without being preachy. The Empire Strikes Back. Star Trek. Wrath of Khan. The Dark Knight. I am going to go with Aliens. Aliens are very different movies. But both work. No complaints. What parenting trick can actually fuck up a child? Putting down your child to motivate them. My parents never gave me positive reinforcement. They'd be quick to jump all over my mistakes, and they even told me that I was faking my grades when I got the straight A's they wanted. It didn't do anything except sow the seeds of self-doubt that I still have to this day. Comparing your kid to others. It sucks. Extreme euphemisms that are almost lies to make bad news less harsh. Giving kids the silent treatment when they're in trouble honestly teaches them to shut down when things get difficult rather than talk things through. I am personally unlearning that behavior to this day because of how often my mom did that. You see that child Timmy? Be more like him. Made me insecure and feel beneath everyone. When I was a teenager, my dad would always put down my artwork, even if everyone else thought it was amazing. One day I started crying about how overly critical he was, and his response was, I am only being like this so you will get better, Now. This fucked me up because my work was probably good to him and he could have been faking his criticism. His statement was actually the straw that broke the camel's back. He still doesn't know that he is the reason why I stopped drawing. No matter what I'd done. No matter how good everyone else said my work was. He shrugged his shoulder and said meh could be better, Don't do this with your kids. Seriously. You are not helping. His method was backwards. Encourage your kids to continue with hobbies they are good at. It's okay to recognize when your kid doesn't suit a particular hobby. Help them focus their energy on what they are good at. I was Still am good at art. I get paid for commission work every few months or so. Putting down your child's strong points only makes them insecure and weaker. He did nothing for my confidence. Nothing. My sister is now really good at drawing and he will sometimes ask me asterisk, are you jealous she is better than you? Asterisk. Fuck you, Dad.
Subscribe, my brothers.